Hi everyone, I finally got on to make a new video this evening. I'm going to be working with the stamp set called Celebrate Sunflowers. It's got a gorgeous large sunflower and then a smaller one, the leaves, and of course some sentiments to go along with it. And I'm also going to be using the Flower Forever for Every Season designer series paper. It has some fall prints, and there are also some summer and winter, and they're all just beautiful colors, mostly from the In Color collection. And I thought that would be nice to use with this stamp set. So our cards are pretty simple this evening. I did die cut a couple things ahead of time and stamp a few things ahead of time, but for the most part, I hope you like what we're going to be working with. The first card I'm going to use is very simple. Just a quick little note card. No sentiment on the front, only on the inside. I'm going to be putting just a ribbon around it, around the front of the designer series paper, but this paper is so pretty, you really don't need to have, you really don't need to have a sentiment on the front. You can just use it as a note card. I do have a little sentiment for the inside, just a thinking of you. And then we'll put this on the front of the card. Just center it up here. Bit of a ribbon. Just a little knot, kind of a bow. And that's all we're going to put on the front. Of course, you could very easily add a sentiment to that. And for the inside, I've stamped Thinking of You with all my heart. And I'm going to take a scrap of this same designer paper and add a little bit of that to the inside. And just to add some flowers there. And we'll trim that off. And just add it to the inside like that. And there's a cute little Thinking of You. You could jot a little note in there, or even add another piece of the white on this side to send a note or a message. And it's just a simple little note card. And the paper is just, the colors are wonderful. This is the new Bumblebee color and the Just Jade background. And so that's our first card this evening. The next card, I have gone ahead because it takes a little while to do all the coloring, so I went ahead and stamped the sunflower, colored it in. I stamped some leaves as well, and I took a piece of white and just drug it across the ink pad of the cinnamon cider, just to give a little bit of something to it, make it look a little distressed. So that's what I used for that one. I do want to put a little sentiment on the bottom of this. It just says, "Thanks a bunch." And I'm I'm going to stamp that in the early espresso because it is darker, and since I have the cinnamon cider on there, I thought it might stand out a little bit. I'm going to raise that up a little bit, stamp it there. Okay. I am going to put a little piece of ribbon underneath of that, and then we'll go ahead and adhere this to a piece of the bumblebee cardstock. And then we'll adhere that down to the cinnamon card base. Tie another one of those little knots down here. I love this gingham ribbon that we have. This one is in the Just Jade in color. Non-working fingers again this evening. I wanted to go ahead and do something with this sunflower set since sunflower season is upon us, and sunflowers are just so beautiful. Okay, now I've taken, like I said, the large sunflower, and I'm going to use some dimensionals on the back of that to help it pop up from the card base a little. Okay, I used my blends to color the image. I have cinnamon cider in the center, and then I used daffodil, the dark daffodil, and then the lighter daffodil to blend it out. And then I did my leaves with Just Jade, and we're going to put those on with just regular adhesive. And we can just tuck those right on there underneath of the sunflower. A little too far off the edge there. And then we'll put a smaller one there. Okay, and then I will adhere this to the inside once I know what I want to say. And there's our second card this evening. Get that twisted around there. Okay. And then our third card, I tried to get a little bit tricky, but I'm not sure how it worked. But what I've done is I use the die cut that just cuts out the shape of the sunflower, and I put that right on here and cut that out to leave a space. And I'm going to go ahead and put that down to my card base. And I chose to use the Misty Midnight Mist cardstock. for the base. And I also stamped my sunflower with that color and then used my daffodil blends to work that out. And now I've cut this so that it will fit right in there to all those little flower petals. Looks like I need to take a tiny little bit off right here. I wanted it to create a smooth edge. So we're just going to adhere this down. Right into those little petal points. Okay. And then I have a little "Let's Celebrate You" sentiment that I put on. I'm going to put on the front. I'll put that right there. And then I made a little bow to put on the front. Put that right up here in the corner. And then I also have my enamel dots that are for the in colors. And we're going to add a couple of those to the front. I got that a little up a little high, so we'll, I'm going to scooch that one back down. Maybe. I think we're going to have to take that one off completely because it came apart. There we go. And we're going to adhere this to the front of the card. Okay. And again, I have a piece for on the inside. Write a happy birthday note or congratulations if somebody has had a big accomplishment. And that's our third card. So I hope you enjoyed the cards this evening. You can use them for many different occasions because sunflowers are just so cheerful and happy, and so are daisies. I love the little daisies that are on with the sunflowers as well. Daisies are my favorite flower. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be back with you next Sunday evening, and I'm trying to pinpoint a time, but it seems like there's always something going on in my household. So, but again, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next week too.